Happy Sunday, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I just wanted to come on. I didn't want to do a pre-recorded. I figured I'm here. I'm listing these things. Let me just do a quick video on something amazing that I found. Did an estate sale. Went to an estate sale. Did an auction. I went to an auction. And picked up some cool stuff. And one of the boxes that had some stuff I was interested in had some great stuff in it. There was some Beatles stuff on the top that I was interested in. Hey, Zion, how are you? And so as I looked down, there was more stuff that I was interested in. So there was a price on the box. It's Sunday. So I said, would you take this? And it was like, yeah, sure. So I've been here now 6:30. I started real early this morning listing all these on eBay. The Beatles stuff I'm not selling. It's for my own personal collection because I you know, as you know, I collect some Beatles stuff, and those items I just have never seen. You know, when I went through the rest of the stuff, I found an incredible amount of stuff. Like, I don't know how many people are going to remember things like this or this guy. I mean, they'll probably remember this one. He was in the TV commercials for the toy. I know that. Hello, Pages. Pages will probably remember these guys. So these are the ones that I have aside that I have not listed on eBay. I was going to do a buy it now with these. And then these are all from the 80s. These are all toys from the 80s. So there's a yak face, not the tall yak face, the regular size yak face. And there's Bib Fortuna. There's Ace from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Here's Hiss. Now, those guys, like I just showed you, and I know you're going to remember this one. Why do I have it wrapped? because they have weapons. So I don't want to lose their weapons. But it's all these. There's Ram Man, He-Man, Beast Man, Skeletor. I mean, there's so many. There's this guy from Dungeons and Dragons. So there's all these. Now, for what I paid for the box, I'll sell one of these and pay for everything. Then there's these. Anybody remember these? These guys? Not just these guys. Oh. And just listed it and just sold this one. Prince Adam just now. You heard the ring. Sold Prince Adam. So for what I just sold that for, paid for the whole box of all these toys. Here's more Thundercats. And these are in fantastic condition. So it's not just Lion-O and his buddy there, but all those. There's some 1980s G.I. Joes, 3 3/4 inch. Superpowers, original Superpowers. I just forget what the Marvel one is called because there's Wolverine. But the rest are Superpowers. And then there's all broken G.I. Joes. Even the G.I. Joes broken sell. Does the Stinkor still smell? I don't think so. I would have smelt it. But there is just so many. So what I was doing is, let me see if there's any. Yes, I do. I was in my early 20s. Okay. Yeah, when I had my store back in the 80s, we used to buy collections. And people would come in all the time. Hey, I got the Death Star, or I got the Millennium Falcon, and I got all these Star Wars toys, and I got all these He-Man and stuff. So we used to buy them, sell them, buy them, sell them. And yeah, it was cool. You just, they're so far and few between these days. Just far and few between. But when you least expect it, dig through the boxes. You'll be amazed. I mean, you know, I'm going to do a buy it now on these. These are all under $20. And this one has a busted foot. And the thing is, a lot of these need their elastic replaced in the legs. You'll find that a lot. You know, figures like this, they all have the wonky legs because people will replace the band on the inside. So let's see. Zion, thanks for coming. Wendy, thank you. Pages, thank you. Susan's Chronicles, thank you for coming in. Back by Silver, how are you today? Moon Goddess Treasures. There you go, Treasures. You got that in your name. And Thundercats, yep. Does the Stinkor smell? I don't think so. Back by Silver. Superpower figures are awesome. Yeah, they're the ones that when you squeeze the legs together, the arms move. I like the Wonder Woman because when you do it to Wonder Woman, her wristbands come together. Always thought that was cool. And he just paid for the Prince Adam, so that's nice. I got rid of those when my son became a teenager. Till this day, he still gets mad at me. I wish I still have them for him. Yep. Hello, Vintage Memories. I know. I had all my baseball cards from the 60s, and my mom said, get rid of them. If you're not going to do anything, and we used to, when we were kids, we would flip them, what we call flip them, against a wall. So the edges were all crap, you know, but all you had to do is get your card a little bit on the next one and you won that card. Not Flash, you squeeze the arms to make his legs move. I want that Wonder Woman. That Wonder Woman action is nice. I have nowhere to dig in boxes. No thrift stores, garage sales. Check estate sales. Go on to estatesales.net. That's the better one. There's a .com, sucks. There's a .org, it's not as good. The .net one is really good. And Sundays is usually 50 to 75% off. So take advantage, but you got to go early. Take advantage. Because a lot of times what they're doing is they're boxing everything together and just trying to get rid of it. And that's the way to do it. Or once you start getting to know these people, you say, hey, listen, I'll give you a couple $100 for everything that's left in the house. And you do a clean out. But I remember that game, Paul. I've been pretty lucky finding stuff like that. I didn't plan on buying anything because God knows I have so much stuff. We did a garage sale yesterday and sold a lot at the end, which was nice because it's typically if I go to an auction and I bid on a box. Now, granted, they're not all this big, okay? You're bidding for what you see on the top. And for me, typically, it's glass, it's cutlery, it's kitchen crap. But I don't care because I want the stuff on the top. And if you do your quick figure and say, okay, there's 5 pieces, I can see, I can get $50 out of that. So you bid up to 25 on the box. Or I can get 200, so now I'm going to bid up to 100 on the box. On the bottom is the stuff that's like, oh, damn, what am I going to do with this? I have nowhere. You've never seen me sell Waterford Crystal on my auctions or cut glass or anything like that. So I had ended up with 4 bins full, like bigger bins than that box, full of it. That's why we had to do a garage sale. And people loved it. People were happy. But let me show you what I was talking about. So I spent the morning listing all these things. And don't forget, I know there's some people that said, hey, I'm still not good listing on eBay. I still need help listing on eBay. Reach out. Just reach out. I've done so many like eBay 101 videos. I don't mind. I'm thinking of doing more slowly, step by step. No, not Flash. You squeeze the arms to make his legs move. I think I might have said that already. Well, his legs just moving a little. Yeah, the action might be a little loose. So yeah, I mean, I do what I've been working on, and that's probably why I sold that one. Now it's only been a few hours, but you'll see 1982. Collectors know what this is. MOTU, Masters of the Universe. So collectors know that. So then, really, what do you want for the Wonder Woman? I didn't come on to sell anything. I was just coming on to show you people what's possible. I don't even know what the Wonder Woman's worth. I mean, here, wait a minute. Wonder Woman. It's a very clean figure too. Kenner superpowers. Wow, in the package. I wish I had it in the package. That's nice. Vintage reproduction lasso. I don't have the lasso with it. Wow, it's all over the place. 1984 Kenner. I think this is. Bear with me. Actually, can't find the date. It's on here somewhere. But if you want to make me an offer, I will. Here. Cool comic guy. Very cool. Nice name. So this is just some of them. I don't know why they're not all showing up. And don't forget, eBay best practices, like I was saying. They want you should have the most important part of your title should be the first 4 or 5 words, because 76% or more of people shop on their cell phone. I don't, which I couldn't believe. So I did that. I try to put, MOTU, Masters of the Universe, and then the title, Trapjaw. If they have their weapon, which one? Then I try to get a nice close-up, because everybody has the picture of the figure. So I tried a nice close-up, white background, the way eBay and Google wants it. And as you can see, sold at Prince Adam, not bad. I did not go cheap with my pricing. I went a little higher only because I'm top rated plus. I have a good feedback with 5,300, something like that feedback. I've been on there for 20 something years on this account. So I just figure, and I have best offer, so they can always put an offer in. But this is all I've been doing all morning. Now, this is the one that just sold. So if I hit refresh, I wonder if that'll disappear. And it did just disappeared. Yep. So you can see the prices: 27, 27, 27, 29, 31, 31, 49, 39, 33. Anybody has any questions, just type them in. I'll try to message me on eBay. I'm coming there too. I want it. Just put them in the chat. 27. So you can see that there's a lot of money on just these figures. Loose, not even in the package. Man, if these were in the package and they're missing some paint, like you could see the scuffing, like the paint is all off his nose and a couple of his teeth. So I have it all in there. I have everything in there. So if I take this, I forget what the other thing's going for. This one right here, $35 for a spider-looking thing, because it was Dungeons and Dragons. And the one I have is excellent. I've seen other ones listed that say, oh, the metal's poking through. And this one is like it's never been played with, although it does have some paint off his nose and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if anybody's interested in these, I have cases of these from 2010 Kung Zoo Battle Hamsters. On Amazon, they're in the $30 range. Okay, Michael, just got it. Thank you. I will check it out. If anybody's interested, I can cut you a break on some of these. This is every color available. The gray, the white, the black, and the brown. And when you touch their nose, they say things, which is pretty cool. Hey, Johnny, how are you? Johnny, I was out this morning, no pumpkin spice. So I'm probably just going to credit you back the $5. They had chocolate and double vanilla. So the real fat vanilla. Excuse me. And in case anybody's wondering what we're talking about, it's moon pies. So a ton of toys, though, Johnny. A ton of toys. So, and you can see that's on my eBay store here. That is mostly what I do, is toys. And I also have cases of these blocks that I can cut you a good break on because I got these wholesale. I got those wholesale, and I got a wholesale buy on these Kung Zoo battle hamsters from 2010. Obviously, they were found in a warehouse or whatever, and I picked up, I think, 4 cases. So anybody interested, like I said, these are the prices that they are on Amazon. I can cut you a break on if you're interested in some of those, almost like wholesale pricing. But I'm telling you, this, out of everything that I'm showing you, this is all I was able to get listed so far on eBay. And from this morning, this one already sold. So just selling this one paid for everything that was in here. So you gotta look. You have to look. Even in the small, underneath everything in the box, there was a couple of Matchbox cars, the fire engine from the 80s. And here you go. Maybe Johnny will remember this one, because I do. This is what? Mac the Knight? Big Mac from McDonald's. And then Ronald McDonald. And then there was a series of these little cars. I don't know what these are going for, but they're pretty fast. They roll along pretty fast. So the next thing I'll be doing is getting these listed, the Lion-O and all the Thundercats, the Superpowers figures. The G.I. Joes. G.I. Joes for me will be a little problem because when I was a kid, the G.I. Joes were 12 inches. That's my son's era, G.I. Joe. And I'm just not sure on all the names of the G.I. Joes. So I wasn't even sure of all the names on the He-Man. I had to go to a site with a checklist and check out the names of all the He-Man. And then, like I said, I may lot a couple of these together and put together a buy it now video. I think this one's pretty cool. How do you do it? Well, his neck goes up and down, mechanic. So you got to check. If you're going out, you're going to do some shopping, some estate sale shopping and stuff like that, you got to dig through those boxes. Or if you just see like, hey, you know, there's $50 on top, and Google Lens will tell you the name of the characters. Really, I didn't know that. But the problem is too is like, well, there's not a good one here. Well, yeah, there is. So if I did this, Bib Fortune, like I know his name from Star Wars, okay? But the problem is they made him like 6 times. So I need to know, I can see the date on the back of this, actually. This one's not bad because I'm up on my Star Wars. But they made him over and over and over again. Cloth cape like this, plastic cape, no cape. So I don't know how Google Lens would do that. I really don't. But there again, like I said, eBay best practices. They want you to I'll go over here. No, you're not going to do it for me. No, all right. They want you to have white background. We should always be putting the most important words of the title, the first 4 or 5 words, so that you what you're trying to do is you're trying to optimize your listing for mobile. And to tell you the truth, I never did that. I was just, like, if this was something new, a newer toy, I wouldn't put 1981 here. But because these are the vintage classic series, I am going to put this 1981 here because they re-released these like 5 years ago. So people want the original vintage set. You take a photo, then Google Lens, and it tells you everything you need to know. Love. So it's an app. Wendy? Google Lens is an app. Hello, Gate City Picker. How you doing? If I missed anybody, welcome in. That's interesting. I'll have to look at that. I will definitely have to look at that. But yeah, you tried to, like I went through, once I did that and learned about that, I went through every listing, like reaction, jacket, Snake Plissken, because the regular Snake Plissken doesn't have a jacket. Hello, Record Crate Adam. How are you? So the one that people want, the hard one, is the one with the jacket. So I'm trying to optimize the first 4 or 5 words of my listing. And obviously, like I said, it worked again because I was just working on these this morning. And just as I went live, cha-ching, sold this one. Oh, wait a minute. You can't see me. Hey, how you doing? I sold this one like as soon as I went on, it went off. Hey, Wolf Toy, how are you? So, unbelievable. Now, I just listed these this morning and just sold another one. So, at the beginning of the video, sold this one. The reason it's wrapped is because I don't want the weapon to go getting lost. And now we just sold this one. So is that a testament to, hey, your titles are correct? Because like I said earlier, I'm pricing my stuff a little higher. I'm not going lower than anybody. I'm not trying to be low man on the totem pole. I'm top rated plus. I have over 5,000 positive feedback. My account's been active for over 20 years. So I'm looking at that, hoping that people, and I have good feedback. People say, oh, this guy ships fast and this and that and the other thing. So I'm hoping that sways them. Plus free returns, free shipping, all that stuff. So I'm hoping that combined, that's what made people buy. So, but that's what I just wanted to come on and do a little. Like I said, I didn't want to make it a pre-record in case people had questions. And like I said, I've been doing my best trying to focus on eBay best practices. And that's only what they call it. eBay best practices. You call it whatever you want. It just seems easy to call it eBay best practices also. And it works. It does work. Optimize for mobile. Don't assume, like I did for a long time, that eBay, Amazon, you have no control over. But don't assume that these places will automatically optimize your listing for mobile. You have to do what you have to do to make it work. And most of that's in the title. Put your most important words of the title, the first 4 or 5 words, and that helps. Free returns helps. White background. That's what Google tells eBay. That's what we want. We want a white background. And all that stuff together, it works. It definitely works. And if you watch this from the beginning, you'll see the proof. The phone went off twice, and I've only been on, I forget how long. How long have I been on? 30 minutes. And these things have only been listed for a few hours. So anybody have any questions, put them in the chat. Like I said, there's people out here that I have heard from other people that are still struggling listing on eBay. And if you want help, just reach out. I'll help you. That's no problem. I've already done several eBay 101 videos, going from very beginning to very last, hitting the submit button and getting it listed. I have no problem doing that again, because I am trying my best now. I have avoided eBay for the longest time. And after playing with it and watching more videos and learning more about social media marketing and stuff like that, I'm trying my best to make it work, and it is working. So yeah, we all need that, Adam. We all need that. Third-party app that will allow me to list hundreds of compact discs at once. For compact discs, man, to do it fast, excuse me, I think Amazon's the way. But I'm gated in compact discs on Amazon. You probably won't be, because you're a record store and you buy direct from record distributors. So you should, and the guy just paid for, or who, the girl, whatever, just paid for the Masters of the Universe. So you should be able to get ungated in compact discs. And man, you do a compact disc it's just like doing a game on Amazon. Scan, bang. You have a scanner, right? Scan it, bang. Scan it, bang. Scan it, bang. It's that easy. This is you, right, Paul? Yep, should be. Yeah, the name is a long story. It used to be my wife's account. My original account I sold when I sold my comic shop, because we were doing more online and mail order for the longest time, and I sold them my accounts. That was one of the terms of the sale. But yeah, I've been putting more and more up there. So yeah, like I said, I'll do more eBay 101s and, what I've been finding out and what I've been using and playing with, because I did a couple of tests and it proves that it does, or I proved it to me that it does work. Takes a lot of time to list individually. Not on Amazon, Adam. I did 120 video games on Amazon, and what did it take me? 4 hours, 4.5 hours. And that's opening every one, checking, putting the description like I wanted my own description, but then I had my descriptions made in a text file. So I don't know what that is. I made a text file for 4 different descriptions. Disc has been cleaned, still has scratches and scuffs. Disc has been cleaned, works fine perfectly. Disc is clear like new, whatever it is. So I keep my notepad open, copy, paste, put it in there, boom, go to the next one. copy, paste, go to the next one. It's not that I really know my business pages. It's just that it's kind of like you just learn what to do, what to avoid, and what works for you. That's what it's all about, is just what do I have to do to make it work? Because how many people are out there saying they're not getting sales on eBay? And I was one. I mean, that was one of the reasons I was doing online auctions, because eBay was kind of dead for me. I had 600 and something listings, and instead of putting them all back, I know pages. Yeah, I know. Instead of putting them all back, I figured, let me just sell them online auction and get rid of them and do it. And then I started, because I'm still learning about the social media marketing of my website. I changed my page to a business page, and that created some issues. Made some changes to YouTube, created some issues, and hopefully it's all straightening out. So I'm still learning about that. And then I make it a point to at least do a couple of web classes a week minimum, on things I know nothing about. And a lot of it is like that I want to know about is social media marketing. So I've been looking at a lot of that stuff and learning things like that. And then I've been looking at eBay and learning some of the things to do, what not to do. Like I didn't go to Open last year, eBay Open. So I listened to the videos and stuff. And what's Amazon doing that eBay's not? And what is eBay trying to do? And what did Google say to eBay for them to help do their business? Stuff like that. So one thing after 2 weeks. So what you need to do, pages, is you need to go through all your listings. And I have 100 and something listings on Amazon. I don't have a repricer or whatever. I went through every one this morning. eBay, I go through them all. Now, last Monday, when I did that video with the 2 Frisbees, when I found out that it worked, that test I did, that day I went through every single listing that I had. And it was only like 32 or 38. Went through every one, changed every title, added best offer to every one, added free shipping, upped the price a little, and it worked. I'll do promoted listings at 1%, only 1%. I'm going to do that for the first week to 10 days. Then I'm going to drop it on every one. And now, since I just listed I don't know how many of these He-Man figures, I'm going to go in and put that sale thing at the bottom, where if they buy one, or if they buy 2 or more, they get a couple of percent off. If they buy 3 or more, I'll do 5% off, something like that. And I'm telling you, just look at eBay like they want you to be a business. They want you to what we should be doing. Hey, Hemlock Lady, they want us, we're going to list on their platform. They want it to be like a business. You buy from Macy's, whatever other stores, Kohl's, who's ever left out there. They give you free returns. You can say you're not going to do free returns on eBay. eBay's going to take the return anyway. So you might as well just do it. They have us over a barrel on that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They have us all over a barrel on that. Okay, literally at my listed items have been best offer and free shipping. Bad luck. No, maybe your title. Adjust your title. Don't forget, no punctuation in the title. eBay does not need punctuation. Like on my title for this video, 80 80's with the hashtag there, whatever it's called. Excuse me. On eBay, you don't do that. No punctuation, no parentheses, no nothing on eBay. It's just wasting space. If you put things in parentheses, the search is going to stop and you're going to hurt yourself. So no punctuation on eBay. Title, important words, men's, woman's, size, color, company, fabric, toy, manufacturer, current, vintage, what's rare about it, and then what's the character, or the character had like Captain America, original Shield, Hasbro, mint in box. The first 4 to 5 words, the important part is the important thing. And that's what they say. People shopping on mobile, they can see the first 4 or 5 words. And you want to be above the fold, what they say, the fold. That means as soon as the page opens, it's there. You don't want them to have to scroll, because the chance of them scrolling is the same chance of them going to the next page. So there's just, and I'm telling you, the information's out there. You just got to look for it. And I'm a sponge when it comes to that. I love learning and I love teaching. So I've been called a sponge before, just, because I soak up information. But you got to put the information to work. And it's nice. It's times like this, like I said, go back in the video. I sold 1 figure, paid for the whole box. I'm already in profit. And there's only 2 figures in a few hours. So fantastic. So I'm very happy with that. So it does work. You got slow sales. There's a reason. There is definitely a reason. And maybe we should do a show on that. Maybe, have people come on and say, I got slow sales. Well, let's look at the titles. Let's look at what's going on and see if we could help people get bigger sales. I'm not saying I'm an expert on it, but what I've been doing has been working. So, if anybody else has questions, just put it in the chat. Anybody want to come in and talk about anything? Hide, copy, paste. Ma, if I don't take good notes, I forget more information that I retain. The good thing about YouTube, Google, everywhere is you can pause and go back, watch the whole thing over again. I can't tell you how many times I have. I can't tell you how many times I sit here, I watch a video and say, okay, this is good shit. Basically, I'm going to grab a pad. I'm going to grab my pen or pencil. I'm going to go relax on the couch and watch it on the 60-inch. And that's what I do. I want to get away from this. I want to get comfortable and look at it and say, okay, all right, that's a good idea. And it could be just something as simple as marketing a T-shirt, because I started designing T-shirts and face masks. Granted, I only have 3 designs, but what I learned, it works. I think maybe I'm wrong. Is the overall economy decline right now? Well, it's not good. Well, Wendy, it's kind of like what I was just saying. Slow sales. Maybe I should invite people to, like on a Monday or Tuesday or whatever, invite people to come on and look at their store, look at their listings, And maybe there's all of us together can say, oh, but what about this? You don't have this in there. You spelt this wrong. How many times have people say, gee, it's not selling because the item is spelt wrong? You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. When I used to teach eBay way back in the day, that was one way we sourced for deals. We would type in the search various ways that people would misspell an item and always find it and get a good deal on it. I found action figures that way because they spelt it wrong. Yeah, see, Jerry's, and I've gotten lots of deals due to it being spelt wrong. But yeah, I mean, maybe we could, I don't mind. It's just putting more information out there. The economy is slowing right now, in my opinion. Well, I mean, we do need a stimulus package. We do need that to happen. Will it happen before the election? I'm glad nobody's holding their breath over it. It's the year of an election is always difficult. I mean, as a lot of you know, I'm a real estate broker, and there is people want certainty in their life, and every time there's an election, there is no certainty because we don't know who's going to get in. We don't know what's going to happen when this person gets in. People are talking, okay, if Biden gets in, the low interest rates we have right now are going to be gone. If Trump stays in, they'll be good until February. So nobody knows. There's just, you're electing somebody. It's an election year. There's a ton of uncertainty. That has a lot to do with it. No, it won't. They said they're going to do it after now, even though they want it before. Go figure. Yeah. I mean, we should have had it by now. The first talks they had, they said, oh, it'll be out the first week in October. Yeah, right. And here we are, almost the first week in November. But, are we going to see a market decline in real estate? I believe so. I have one of my attorney friends. I keep asking him, when are you going to come on my show? I want to talk about this with you because I have people that are interested. And he says, when are you going to come on my show? So I've been on his show once before, a long time ago, talking about it. And I think we're going to see a market crash in the springtime. So it's, Paul, where's the kingpin figure? I should just order you one because they make them now as a single figure. He's behind the door. I didn't open my doors. That's why you get all the glare over here from the light. Okay, Jerry, it was great seeing you. I've seen Jerry yesterday. He came to the garage sale. Met his wife for the first time and saw Jerry for the first time in a few years since he's been here. So that was nice. That was a good time. Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday should be amazing for online sales. As long as people have a stimulus money to spend, let's hope so. Because you don't hear much about how Prime Days went. Not like you did last year. And now it was, 3 days this year? And they're not saying, hey, we had a wonderful Prime Day. It was 3 days and we had record sales. And, you heard about it for weeks afterwards. It was done and it was quiet. As resellers, we should be stocking our stores Frugalicity, how are you doing? I moved my 401k to 75% cash, may regret it. But if there's a crash again, I'll relocate to a cheap shares when blood in the streets begins to dry. I don't think it's going to be it can't be as bad as '08. As '08, mortgage brokers were putting a mirror under the people's nose. You fog a mirror, just once they know you're alive, yeah, you can get a mortgage. So it's not going to be that bad. It's just that people couldn't pay their rent, and the CDC had a nationwide stop on evictions. They didn't do anything to help people from foreclosure. People weren't paying their rent. You're not paying my rent. How am I supposed to pay my mortgage on that property? So they said, go to your bank, and many, many banks are doing forbearance. Many banks did phony forbearance. They screwed over the people, in my estimation. It started, in March? So April, people were asking for forbearance. Forbearance means I'm going to take everything that you're late with and put it at the end of the loan. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to go at the end of the loan. Hi, I want a forbearance. My name is Paul. I have a mortgage with you. I want a forbearance because my tenant can't pay the loan. He can't pay the mortgage, so I can't pay the loan because I'm not working either. Oh, okay, no problem. We'll do that. Wrong. I want to do a forbearance. Okay, this is what we do. Anything you owe, we're going to put it at the back. Okay, give it to me in writing. Send it to me certified. I will sign it and get it back to you right away. That's the right way. Did everybody do that? No. Did banks do a real forbearance? Every bank? No. And I'm sorry to go off on this, but it just pisses me off when because they're hurting people. June comes. How many people do you know got their mortgage payment and says, well, you owe for the last 2-3 months now. We need all that. Well, you said I had a forbearance. Well, if you can't pay, then, we'll wait another month. Now that bill comes, and now they need four payments. People can't pay one, and they want 4 payments. Your mortgage is $1,000 a month, and now they want $4,000. How? So I know here locally, in Florida, the courts were backed up incredible with evictions. And then I know personally that a lot of people got screwed from their bank for phony forbearance. That's why there's so many homes being sold these days. Not just because the interest rate is super fantastic, because people don't want to be foreclosed on. So they're getting rid of those properties fast. So, that's what's going to happen now in the springtime, they're saying, is it's going to catch up. So there's going to be foreclosures on the market, a lot of foreclosures on the market. And I'm sorry to get off on that. It just, I've strived so much in my real estate career to help people get out of a bad situation. Sure, selling a home to a first-time home buyer family is great, but it's the reward for me was saving families from foreclosure, letting them exit gracefully, as I would call it, not letting the banks win. And I did that to over 1,000 people, families. But Wendy said this, and I'm sorry to go off. As resellers, we should be stocking our stores. I was on with Johnny the other day, and I brought up how many stores were going out of business. And somebody in the chat said, Paul, you're all doom and gloom. You got to stop. And it's kind of like, well, you're taking it wrong. These stores are going out of business. As an entrepreneur, you got that third sense, that's 8 cents or whatever it's called. Stores are going out of business. How can I profit from that? And so let me track down where these stores are and let me go shop them. Yeah, I will go to whatever it is. I was talking about GameStop. They closed a lot of stores. They're supposedly closing about half of their stores, but they're just moving their inventory to the stores that are going to stay open. 6 cents. Okay, thank you. It is a shame, Ma. It is. So it is doom and gloom, but as an entrepreneur, how can we profit from that? There, you want to open a store. Let's say you look at Melanie. She's taken the risk, man. I mean, I applaud her. I mean, I've had plenty of stores. I've opened, I've closed, and I've sold plenty of stores in my career. There's going to be a lot of places that are empty. You're going to be able to get some good rental deals on commercial property if you ever want to open a store. Hello, Harry. I hate to see the end result of this virus mess for the paycheck to paycheck folks with the mortgage. I hate to see the end result of this virus mess. Yeah, I mean, I hope we get out of it better than what we went into it. Do you think more tax lien homes will become available? That's tricky because typically the tax liens are people that didn't put the taxes in with the mortgage. So, I think there's always going to be a certain segment of homes that'll be available to have tax liens put on them. I guess you invest in tax liens. I've taught people how to do it in the past. I've never done it, which is so screwy. I was telling Jerry and his wife yesterday, during the crash in 2008, I was selling condos 30 grand. Today they're 150, or more. I should have been buying, whatever I could back then. Of course, condos here, the HOA is like $500 a month, $600 a month, which is crazy. But still, people take advantage of a bad situation. And I mean, we've had a Jordan Marsh a Macy's and a Kohl's, and I bought pallet buy from them of appliances and stuff like that. It sucks. As an entrepreneur, I hate to see a business go under. On the other hand, if I can profit from it, it just helps my business. It helps me keep my roof over my head. And, it might be doom and gloom, but if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a reseller person, you want inventory, what's better than brand new inventory at closeout pricing? It's opportunity. How can I benefit from the opportunity? Wow, this going from 80's toys to eBay to doom and gloom to this is like really hit the gambit on this chat. But I appreciate everybody's feedback. I definitely appreciate everybody's feedback. I'm still trying to get my attorney to come on. One of them. I deal with 2 or 3 of them. And my mortgage person, because you'd be surprised. I've talked to a couple of resellers. I'll never be able to own a house. That's bull. Anybody can own a house. There are ways. And I wanted to touch on that. Buyers after crashes help to stabilize the market and provide liquidity. Every crash creates a plethora of opportunity. That's right. This is my theory. If housing markets goes low, might be a time to invest in real estate. Oh, absolutely. We had an Airbnb rental in Kissimmee. Put it on the market. The next week, COVID happened. Took it off the market. Because as soon as COVID happened, we lost every single booking. It was booked through July. Every single week booked. So once the county said, okay, you can put real estate sales on the market again, we allow it. So we did an open house. Then we had to do an estate sale because we sold it and everything. We sold it in a week. As long as your house is priced correctly, it should sell in this market. It should sell in a week. And we did. We sold it in a week. Well, thank you, Wendy. So instead of buying something now, I figured that I'm going to take it because right now the market, where we can get a mortgage for 3%, I think, which is fantastic, super fantastic. So do I want to do that where people are buying, or do I want to wait until the springtime when hopefully the crash happens? Because it's not definite, but I have a good inkling that it's going to happen. And I feel there's going to be more properties on the market because people are going to start to, there'll be a lot of short sales. I'm not afraid of a short sale. I know how to work a short sale. I've done 1,600 short sales. So that's when we're going to buy. We're going to do it in the springtime. Take advantage of the foreclosures. You just have to be ready to pounce. If you think you want to invest in real estate, you got to get yourself with a mortgage broker. Get ready. Get your 5 or 20% down, and use an agent. You don't really have to use an agent. What a lot of people do, and I've had it happen to me a lot. There's a lot of people out there that want to deal with the listing broker, because if you deal with the person that's listing the property, they're going to say, well, listen, are you willing to forego your commission on the buyer side since you're listing it? And a lot of times, well, hey, I'm only worried about that side, so why not? Or you just charge them a little bit more and I'll just follow it all the way through to close. Is there a chance you can get a better deal if you deal with the listing agent? Absolutely. So, but yeah, just get ready to pounce. Stay away from Zillow and Trulia. They're both the same company anyway. Realtor.com is the only one that's updated every 24 hours by every MLS. So I can't tell you how many times I got a call from people looking at Zillow. Hey, I'm interested in 123 Main Street. Interesting. I sold that 2 years ago. Well, it says it's available on Zillow. I said, well, there's your problem. You're looking at Zillow. So yeah, just stay away from that stuff. So wow, now we went into real estate. Why can't I get away from real? Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. Anybody have any other questions? If you're interested in what we were originally talking about, look at the beginning of the video. And in 30 minutes, listed these toys, sold 2 while I was on here doing a chat, which blew my mind. So the whole box is paid. But if you're new in here, had these Masters of the Universe, Thundercats, G.I. Joes, a couple of Star Wars, some superpowers, and here's the rest of all the Masters of the Universe ones that I listed. Do they still know credit checks? No, you need credit checks. They're going to do a credit check. Yeah, those days are over. If you're self-employed, there are mortgage companies that will do bank statement loans. That was one of the reasons I went off 1099. When I I bought a franchise, I opened an office, and I said, I'm going to go W-2 employee of the corporation. And my accountant said, why? I said, because I was denied a mortgage to buy this building. Yet I can get a mortgage on a house in a heartbeat. And it was all because I was a 1099, because banks know as a 1099 employee, self-employed, you never claim everything you make. So I said, I'm not doing that anymore because I know I want to buy another property. So I went W-2. And no problem. I've been W-2 ever since. So I'm just an employee of my own company. But yeah, I would, it depends when you're looking to get ready when, because a credit check or an approval, you need an approval, not a pre-qualification. I can get Maddie a pre-qualification for a mortgage. And I used to get mad at people, say, no, I need a pre-approval. Well, it's a pre-qualification. I says, yeah, I can get my dog a pre-qualification. You can draw up a pre-qualification anywhere. You just call the bank and say, okay, I make $150,000. I've been working for 50 years at the same company, and they'll give you a pre-qualification. Pre-approval, they go through your paperwork ahead of time, and they give you an approval for an amount that you're approved for. So that's what the difference is. But it's only good for, I believe, 45 to 60 days maximum. Then you would have to do it again. So don't do it until you're within a couple of weeks of looking to drop the hammer and buy something. So this is not the way I wanted the chat to come out, but hey, if you're interested, you're interested. I'll talk about anything, basically. It's funny, it is funny. But I've been doing it for too long. That's my problem. And it's kind of like people already asked me, hey, are you going to be that short sale guy again in the springtime? He says, you better get the cape ready, because that's what I used to go by, is that short sale guy. I just canceled my website and everything for it. I got it when I'll take care of it. But yeah, like I said, I can come on. I don't have any guests set up again this week. All I have scheduled is the Wednesday Swap Meet show, where every Wednesday we invite people to come in and sell their stuff. I don't typically sell, but it's an auction type show, and they come on. We do 2 hours, and then Johnny goes on afterwards with his auction. I let anybody come on and sell up to 4 people, because over 4 people it gets too much waiting. And I tried to line up a lot of guests. In this COVID thing, it's been just very difficult, because so many companies are still have people working out of the house and stuff like that. So it is still difficult to get guests, trying to get companies and stuff like that to come on. I know somebody just put insurance company. I have talked to an insurance company, and she's interested. She does insurance for resellers like we are, because there's a lot of people that, don't have insurance. I mean, even when I was doing shows back home, you'd pack up half the store, put it in the truck, drive to New Jersey to do a show, and you were covered. Frugalicity says, at what point do you think insurance companies will stop insuring oceanfront real estate in certain areas due to the climate change and growing losses. I don't think that'll ever happen. Like here, your insurance if you're on the coast is a lot more money than it is if you're an hour inland. My buddy had a property that I sold for him down in Delray Beach. He was 4 miles from the ocean. And when we first got here, he got here the year after I did. That was the year that we got 4 hurricanes in a row. Bang, 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 bang. And his insurance tripled after that. And when he left a few years ago, I sold his house for him. It was still very high, much, much higher than it should have been. So that comes into play too. But I don't think climate change is gonna affect insurance like that. It would be a gradual change, I'm sure. It's like, back home, theft was a big thing. Your car insurance here is $100. If you move to this city, it's $200. If you move to that city, it's $1,000 because their crime rate is extremely high. That's one of the reasons that people used to move to Florida also, is because the insurance was low, the property values were low, the food was low, and now everything's just about the same. It's been like that for like 5 years. Everything's on the same level just about. Real estate keeps going up, but insurance is just as, high. It's higher in some places than it is in others. What else? Anybody else? Any questions? Interesting, Arthur. After Katrina, State Farm would no longer insure boats in Mississippi. Not sure about other companies. Wow. That's interesting. My son just got a boat too. He just redid it, painted it, and did a lot of work to it. But that's way up in New Hampshire. Although I think he put it away already. Yeah, insurance down here too goes by your credit. It didn't back home. I don't know how many other people in other states. Like here, when we go to get insurance, they take your credit report. They do they look at your credit report for your insurance. Hate that because I screwed up when I first moved down here. I shopped every year. I have all my insurances requoted with a few companies because I want the best deal. The days of staying with one insurance company for a long time, those are over. I mean, in the last 10 years, I think I have been always having my insurances requoted. My cars, my home, the other home when I had it. And the people would tell me, no, I can't get you a better deal. Or, hey, this company now will give you a better deal. Or that company will, and well, like my other home, if you had a wind mitigation done, then you can save this much. So I had it done, and I had a brand new roof put on anyway because of one of the hurricanes. So got that done. I saw it when, I don't know if you want me to read it out loud. Probably not, but I'll answer it definitely. I heard that today, Frugalicity. I didn't catch the whole news. I'm a news junkie, so I like to listen to the news in the morning. But I was on the road like early. I heard, another hurricane. Although I think it just got downgraded. I do get that. Uh, Epilepsy Epsilon has been downgraded to a tropical storm. Winds of 69 miles an hour. That was 3 hours ago. So, yeah, I'm telling you, man, New Orleans, Louisiana has been getting rocked. It seems like every time we dodge a bullet, they get it. Sucks. I'm so glad we don't get it, but I don't want anybody to go through that. That sucks. I mean, back home we used to have nor'easters. And yeah, I was management with Walmart for several years. We used to have to worry about the roof caving in because of the weight of the snow on the roof. So we used to have teams go up there. These were hired people to shovel the snow off the roof, because that happened after the first year. A roof did collapse because it had so much snow on it. But man, when you get a hurricane, you got to worry about the wind blowing in the windows, blowing in the doors, blowing the roof off your house. I can remember, because I transferred down here as management with Walmart, I can remember being in the store, a supercenter, just me, because I was management. And unfortunately, you draw the low straw, they say. So I'm in this huge friggin' store with 300,000 square feet or whatever it is. And they have these bubbles. I just forgot what they call them. Skylights. But they're 4 foot by 4 foot, somewhere 8 foot by 8 foot, huge. Blew right off. So now it's pouring down, and I had to move racks of clothes out of the way. There was an 18-wheeler in the back, smashed right through the wall. The wind was that strong. And then I had to drive home that morning after I was, replaced by the next management, to see all the trees down all over the roads and everything, and see if there was any damage on my house. Okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about Zeta. But yeah, they've been getting rocked. Lot of devastation. This whole year, don't you wish that December 31st, January 1st, we can say, okay, we're going to start 2020 right this time. It's a do-over. We're starting it all over again. It's just like this never happened. If we could make it where this never happened. Forcing all Lake Pontchartrain water against the levees. I seriously doubt they will not collapse again. Yeah. Bad. You're not there, though, Frugalicity, right? You're in Carolinas, Virginia, if I remember correctly. No do-overs. Well, I mean, doesn't it make sense, though, Jerry? Like, this was just so bad. The election is probably, I don't know, unless I'm forgetting, the election's probably going to be the most important thing that happened in 2020. It's not like we're going to have, well, you would hope it does, but it's not like they're going to come up with a vaccine. Sure, they launched rockets, but they've been doing it all the time. We get, 2 or 3 a month here launched. I don't think there's anything really memorable about this 2020. Yeah, COVID happened, but I don't think people want to remember that. I would like to see us do it over again. Upstate South Carolina. Wow, now see, your insurance is going due to natural disasters. Wow. So if you're having that, see, one thing too that happened in Florida, and I left Walmart after being here a few years. did my reselling thing while I was going to school, learning how to be a realtor. And hold on, we get Jerry in with us. Hey, Jerry.
Hello.
So then, as a real estate agent at the time, then we had more hurricanes and stuff. And then because of the 4 we got in 04, the building codes changed. And then we had more hurricanes come in, and then the building codes changed again and again and again. So I'm sure now not only your insurance premiums are going to change, I'm sure because now special hail clause, you're going to probably have new building codes also in South Carolina.
Yeah, they're going to change everything.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Because the insurance companies shelled out way too much money this year from all the storms, and especially you still got all the fires going on in the California coast and all that.
Right.
They're going to change everything because they don't want to take the loss, which I think is funny because I'm like, that's what you're doing. You're taking the risk that nothing's going to happen to me or my car or my house, and you're taking the risk. So why is it when something happens, you up my rate? It's like, that's not my fault. You know, that some guy hit me in his truck and he hit my car, or hail came out of the sky and hit my house. It's like, you know, why are you blaming me for that?
Yeah, no more act of God.
Yeah. But this is what these insurance companies do when they take too big of a hit. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I says, it makes no sense because that's what you're in the business for. You're in the business and you're hoping that, you know, he doesn't get into an accident, his house doesn't burn down, or, you know, but it's like, you roll the dice. It's like us going to the casino. We roll the dice. We know either I'm going to lose my $1,000 I just bet, or I'm going to make money.
Yep. I think what we need to see, maybe, possibly, is more competition for insurance companies.
Well,
because
that's good, but here in Florida, they don't allow it. Like I was telling you yesterday, I said that's the biggest problem with Florida. Florida acts like their own little country, and they don't allow outsiders in. If it doesn't benefit them, they're like, nope, can't come in.
Right.
You know, but everywhere else is fine. Like you'll be fine when you go back up to New Hampshire.
Well, wasn't Massachusetts
like 20 different companies to choose from?
But what about in Massachusetts? Wasn't Geico not allowed in Massachusetts for the longest time? I don't know if they are now.
No, Geico's up there because we had them when we were up there.
Well, there was one that wasn't available up there or something. I forget which one it was.
Yeah, but when they do that, it's never for a long time. Like I said, like down here, I can only have Spectrum.
Yeah.
A cable. That's it. They won't let nobody else in. The only other way, if I want to watch something on TV, is I have to get either Dish or DirecTV. But for internet, I'm stuck with Spectrum because they're the ones that have it all locked in.
Right.
And so I'm like, well, where's the competition? I mean, the government just went after Google for what they're doing with all the phones and everything, for saying you have to have us as the main thing on your phone. And they just got slapped down hard because they're monopolizing everything.
Right.
You know, but like I said, Florida gets away with a lot. Because like I said, I would love to have had my insurance that I had up north.
Right.
But nope, they don't allow. I mean, we could have had it, but instead of me paying, I think it was like $300 a month. I would have had to pay $750 a month for the family. Yeah, and then I'm like, then what good is it if I'm paying what I shouldn't be paying? But that's what they do, and they play these games, and it's just funny.
Right. Frugalicities had destroyed my shingles. It was small hail, but extremely heavy for a long time, stripped off all the ceramics. So it's like you're in a, what do they call the booth? My son has it. I just forget what they call it. I'm going blank a couple of times today, boy.
Getting old.
Yeah. What do they call that? The air compressor, and it strips off the paint?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You can use glass beads. I think he uses walnut shells. I just forgot.
But yeah, but that's what happens, and you look and you're like, you know. But like you were talking about earlier, though, about the listings. Yeah, if you don't list the proper way, you're not going to sell your item.
Right,
Because all it
sandblasting.
takes is
Thank you
that
for
one or two
listening.
little mistakes, and you're done.
Right. Yep. Hey, Rhonda.
What email for today? I wasn't even supposed to be on today. I just happened to come on and he was on. Oh, that way. He was on. So I came on to say hi.
And boy, this conversation went every road possible.
From
We
listening
started
to toys.
we started with toys, we started eBay, then best practices, then real estate, then market crash. I mean, I don't think we left the topic unturned.
Well, I didn't know I was going to be here either, Rhonda, so don't worry. Nothing personal. Like I said, I know I'm on Tuesday night, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday. But yeah.
I just wanted to come on. I just wanted to do it live because I didn't want to do a pre-record. And like, if you watch the first 30 minutes, I'm on, and then bing, one sold, and then 29 minutes, the next one sold, and it's like, damn, so this thing works.
I used to have that on my phone, but it got annoying after a while. If I had like 30 listings up, I was going to be going ding, ding, and I'm like, what the? And I'm like, oh, stupid thing. Fine, I'll find out when it sells later on. I don't need to be, have it announced to the world that I just sold like $100 toy or whatever, or a poster.
Yep. One little tip no one ever mentioned to juice your listings for SEO is to do a review on your own product. If you can do so honestly, eBay will note is reviewed by seller, but it helps. Hey, Land Shark Picker. Yeah, I don't even think I've done a review ever on a product. I have on Amazon for some reason. I don't know why. I think Amazon asks for it a lot, where I don't think eBay asks for it at all.
I think Amazon is doing it because they want to boost their sales on their site.
Yeah.
So the more that they get, it shows that more people want to be on their site instead of anybody else's.
That's interesting, though, Frugalicity. I'll have to look at that. Rhonda says, would it have been here sooner, but dealing with Xbox One controller drama. Did you break the Xbox One controller?
Oh, she probably wouldn't let the kids use it.
Hi, Amy. But no, thanks everybody for coming in. Like I said, I started the conversation. I found a lot of toys, and I was talking that, you should never pass up. You should look into it. And then I listed them today. I spent today listing, and then I went live. One sold 29 minutes later, another one sold. So I talked about best practices, where the title should be and stuff like that. And then the conversation went everywhere. The bus was on the road and we were in it traveling. It's something I'll spend time on, mainly for higher ticket items, but it only takes a few minutes. Can put in some keyword focus text, especially. I'll have to look into that. Now, out of all the classes and videos that I have watched, no one has ever said that. And I'm telling you, if you want to learn about things, like I used to tell my agents, you want to be a good agent, shadow someone that's doing it. Shadow a really good agent. Just tell them, I'll go get coffee for you. Let me just see how you work. Let me shadow you all day.
That's it. You just learn. You sit there and watch.
Yeah. If you want to learn how to do eBay, look at somebody's videos or something that puts out videos that's doing $1 million on eBay, $100,000 a year on eBay. You want to learn how to be a YouTuber, which I do. I want to learn. I'm looking at people's videos that have 1 million followers, 800,000 followers. Obviously, they're doing it right. So I have always, I went into real estate fresh. I came out of 35 years of retail and I wanted to be a realtor. Now, granted, I bought a house before, I bought a building before. So how hard could it be, But hey, there's a lot of stuff you had to learn. So I would do online classes all the time. I would take classes all the time. And it's the same thing today. I want to learn how to be a good YouTuber. I want to learn more social media marketing. So I'm consistently looking at videos and how-to videos and stuff like that of how to learn, how to do it all. What are people doing that's working for them? So that's it. Sorry for rattling on. Hello, Carolina lady. How are you?
It's not rattling on. It's saying what, to people like us, because we've been doing this so long, we know what to look for. We know what to, do have to more than most. A lot of the people that are here on the YouTube, they're all newbies,
Right.
for us, because like I said, you've been doing like me, shows for over 20 years. So a lot of this is like, well, just do this. You just got to do this. You just got to, it's
Right.
like going into a job and you're there with the guy that's been there for 15 years or 20 years. To him, it's old hat. Oh, you just got to do this. Oh, you just got to do that. Put this over there. Put that up there, and everything works fine. But for everybody else, it's all brand new, and it's like, well, I don't know. And a lot of times, like I said, what confuses me about this, and you just said it, just ask. But I see a lot of times people will say that, just ask. And then I'll see someone put something in the chat and they'll ask a question and the person will ignore it. And I'm like looking like, why didn't you answer that question? I'm like, that's what you have them here for.
Right.
But it's like they're trying to hide something. I'm like, no.
Yeah. It's true. I don't
get into at the shows when someone says, why'd you show them that? Why'd you tell them that? I'm like, why? Is it a big secret?
Right. Exactly.
And they, well, because now he's going to know what to do. And, well, gee, such is life in the big city.
Right. That's true. There's a lot of times I get it. A lot of times I don't see the chat all the time, but I put my email in. I let people reach out, and if I can help, I'll help. But somebody told me not too long ago that, there's a couple of people that can use some help. But I have videos on how to list on eBay and the right things, how to do it and stuff. Maybe I should just do it again and keep doing it. But yeah, going to the shows, I can remember when taking John or when the John that worked for me and stuff, and I would tell them going to the shows, just stack it high, watch them fly. What do you mean? Stack them high, watch them fly. It works.
Or when you get them in your booth, you don't just ignore them. You don't just stand there like, okay, they're here, whatever. You talk to them. You joke with them. You put them at ease. Next thing you know, they're buying something. They don't realize that they're buying something. They're like, oh, this person's nice. Let me buy something from them. And, and they buy it. And next thing you know, you got a sale. All because you can stand there like a bump on the log.
Wendy says Paul does not have the accent as much.
That's because he's been down here in Florida longer.
No, I don't think it's that. My buddy Dave, when we were growing up, he went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. So who helped him was me. It was like a practice with me. And he always strives, you have to enunciate and pronounce your vowels and stuff like that. So
vowels?
Yeah, so I have always, I know where to park the car if I want to really get into it. Yeah, hey, how you doing? I could do all that, but that's just something I learned. We were kids, man. We were 16, 17 years old. And
I can talk like a Southerner if they want.
right.
You know, that puts them more at ease.
Yep.
You know, y'all just have to just bear with me while I just take care of this.
Yep. And I mean, I had a radio show here 5 years ago. I was on radio here in Orlando for a whole year. And I had to do the same thing, you know, don't pop your peas and, you know, make sure we're going to talk, you know, don't do that and stuff like that. So, yeah. And plus I love playing with accents. So that helps a lot too.
Yeah, they're always fun.
Yep. Your accent cannot be covered up. I always told Sandy, or even the people that I work with, hey, if I ever start saying y'all, you're not going to see me for a couple of weeks because I'm going to go home for a shot of Boston, and then I'll be back. My mama used to smack the Southern drawl out of me. There's a lot. I mean, I had people working for me at Walmart.
Everybody else does.
Yeah, I had people working for me at Walmart. All right, Mr. Paul, thank you. And no, Mr., just Paul.
Yep.
I appreciate the respect and everything, but just Paul.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Antonelli. No, that's my father. I'm Paul. You know, there's a lot of Southern people that are just too respectful. You won't get that in Boston. It's like, hey, how you doing? What do you care? Cold enough for you? Yeah, it's friggin' cold. You know.
I am not from you. No, I know I'm not from you. I think she means far from her.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. She's near. She's in Bradenton, where you go to that flea market.
Brandon?
Isn't that
I've never been to Brandon.
Brandon? Oh, I thought it was Bradenton.
Nope.
Well, anyway.
But listening properly is gonna get you a lot of hits. For one thing, you got to make sure that you know and you got to go back. I've done it because you get so used to, especially if you're the type that texts a lot and you use the abbreviations. You're gonna be over there doing your eBay, and it's gonna be abbreviate.
Right.
You know, you forget. You know, but yeah, you got to make sure because, like I said earlier in the chat, I've gotten so many deals on eBay because somebody spelled Spider-Man wrong.
Yep.
Or whatever a movie poster title is that's a long one, like How the West Was Won. They'll put How the West Was Won. And you're like, okay, and because of that, nobody knows that it's there, and you get a good deal on an item that, you know, should be worth like $100, but you're getting it for like $30.
Right. I can remember teaching people in Everett Library how to do eBay, how to look and buy comics and stuff like that. When eBay was just like a year or two old, I became one of eBay's trading assistants they had back then. And that was one of the things. You're looking for something, you know, because eBay's not only a good place to sell, but it's a good place to buy. Just type something incorrectly and see how many listings are there incorrect that are not getting any views or anything. And you can get a deal.
The time when you talked about it a couple of months back, and I typed in Spider-Man wrong, and you saw it that a bunch of listings came up with all the books spelled wrong.
Yeah,
half a dozen of them, and none of them were getting hits, and some of them were worth money. And they'll be sitting there. I don't know why nobody's buying my book and they're not seeing it. You know, it's just that one little letter or two that's
exactly
wrong.
Well, they're seeing it correctly in their head.
Yeah,
it's just not typed correctly. Because how many times do you read a text and you read what's really not there?
Yeah. It's like I'm good for when people put in all the mixed up letters and say, if you can read this, you're very smart. And I read it just like that, even though all the letters are all mixed up.
Right.
You know?
Wendy thinks you sound like Joe Pesci.
So, am I here to amuse you?
Yeah.
Am I here to make you laugh? Oh, wait a minute. I know. Or, yeah, biological clock is ticking.
Yeah. That was a good movie, that Goodfellas. That was a good movie.
I like him better in My Cousin Vinny, though.
Yeah, that was good too. Yep. The Two Utes.
Yeah, the two Utes. The
Did you
what?
say Utes? Yeah, the Two Utes.
So now we're on the movie tangent. But
Yeah, I know, huh? Man, this conversation is just like the internet. You start in Orlando, by the time you're getting off, you're in Japan. I swear, that's how the internet works. You start looking at one thing here, and now all of a sudden, shiny objects, you way the hell over here, forgetting what you originally did.
we're like, ooh, pretty. Let me go over there.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just being careful and taking your time. You don't have to rush. The listing will be there, and hopefully you put it and you get good money for it.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I did not list my stuff low. I put all my stuff at the highest rate. I figured, hey, I can always come down if I have to,
Yeah.
or I'll take a low offer that everything is selling at.
Which have you been do you have like on your eBay stuff that you're watching?
No.
Okay, so that means you're not getting the emails then. I've been noticing lately in the last, say, 3 months, I put stuff, just to watch, even though I really have no intentions of buying it. Because what had happened was I started noticing I was getting sent a lot of emails from eBay that would say, like, they got, like I'm watching a movie poster that's $250. All of a sudden, they send me an email that says, "Oh, they're giving you an offer of $220 if you want to buy it. It's a private offer." And I started noticing more and more that I've been getting more and more of those. So
Yeah,
is it because eBay is trying to push sales, or is that actually coming from, like you, the seller, saying, "Yeah, let me send them an offer"?
no, it's from eBay. They sent, like, if I was interested in something, they would say, "Oh, so and so just lowered the price on this thing you're watching $5. Now the price is this," or hey, they just did this. But there is some that if you're watching, yeah, that's where send offers. They say, be the first. Like, I'll put mine. I'll make it like there's 3 people watching. And I'll say, I'm lowering this $5 or $10. There is a lot of people watching. May the fastest one win. Hopefully that gets them over the fence to buy it.
Yeah.
But there's others, like when they do a price reduction, they'll send you an email saying, hey, this one was just reduced $5. Maybe a good time to buy.
Yeah, because I've gotten a couple of deals that way, but I just thought it was rather funny that, like some of them, like I said, I just had on there just to, keep an eye on prices, and
Right.
next thing you know, I'm getting email. Hey, you can buy this for this price now, and I'm like, no, I don't want to buy that. Just looking at it,
Right. Yep. Wendy, 2 different things. New York, you want coffee in New York. In Boston, I'll have coffee. New York is coffee. I'm going to have my coffee now. In Boston is give me a cup of coffee. So there's differences in New York than Boston. That 4-hour drive, there's a lot of things that go on there.
Something got lost along the way.
Right.
But but like I was saying, on the eBay stuff, I just found it rather odd that I was getting more and more of them, especially on a lot of the higher ticket items. If it was like over $100 or more,
Yep.
I was getting more and more of them. On the lesser ones, not so much, but on the bigger ones, I was getting them.
Well, I think on the offers, though, you're only allowed to send one offer at a time. Like if I could do one today, I don't think I could do another one today or another one tomorrow. I don't know how long the span is before I could send another offer to a watcher.
That's weird because we're allowed to, like, if you say, I've got this toy, well, say like this deck of, pack of cards. I'm asking $25 or best offer.
Right.
I'm allowed to give 3 offers before I can't give any more.
Right.
So that's weird that you can only send out one a day. Because
No. That's offer. What I'm talking about is sending a watcher an offer.
No, that's what I'm saying. I just find that rather weird that you're not able to do the same.
Oh, right.
That you should be able to have just as many chances as we do.
Right.
Because that would increase your selling, which is what eBay's trying to do. So I'm like, so they're not really looking at it, at that perspective for some reason. I would say, well, why are you letting this person offer, make an offer 3 times on that item? But for the guy that's selling his stuff, if he's got 50 items and he wants to send offers on all 50 of them, why shouldn't he be able to?
True. Yeah. They only let you send offers on ones that I think you have watchers on.
Yeah, but even if you say out of the 50, you got, let's say, 20 people watching it. So you should be able to just say, all right, on these 20 people, send them an offer that it's, it's $10 less now, and
but send it over again, like send it tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I put the link in. Rhonda, if you want to come in on camera and tell us how you say coffee, cafe au lait, feel free. Or if anybody wants to come in, I'm not going to stay on that much longer. I can't believe it's 8 o'clock already. And I've been on 106 minutes.
Until 9:30.
What was that?
I said, that's what you said the last time when you did this and you were on until 9:30.
Yeah, I can't believe it. What time did I? 106 minutes.
You were bitching and moaning that time about something or other.
Never going to happen, Paul. Well, I only use my pick. Come on. I'll get you an Xbox One controller, but you got to come on the video. Uh-oh. Can Paul find an Xbox One controller? Will she come on video? Film at 11.
I don't know. Let me see something.
I mean, I have a couple of Xbox Ones here, whole systems. Oh, still not going to happen. Chicken. The reason I keep doing it is because my mic's over there. Chicken.
Rhonda, Xbox One controller.
Oh, she said, yeah, still not going to happen. I'll be a chicken. Why? What the hell is wrong? If Cody can do it, although it did take me a donation to something. And now look at her. She's the Cody Frankenstein monster. She's on everyone's chat. It's all Cody every day, all day. Before it used to be just a pulsating bear emoji. And now she's on everybody's chat. Hello, Lenny. Right? Lenny knows. You can't get rid of Cody.
Rhonda, you should have known better that I usually have just about everything here in the house. It's like the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside. So there's room for everything. See? Xbox One controller. Ooh.
Lenny, I don't ever see Cody anywhere but Fluffy Channel. Well, they have a relationship, I guess. But no, I've seen her everywhere. I've seen her on Johnny's channel. I've seen her on...
Just scroll up a bit and you'll see the link to come in.
I've seen her on other people's channel.
Yep. Those channels, Rhonda.
But Lenny, I was going to say, I have still not opened your box. I have like 6 boxes here still sealed that I've been buying that I haven't opened yet.
Good evening, guys.
There he is.
How are you?
Howdy, howdy. Can't complain.
I have seen that movies about 50 times. What movie?
My cousin Vinny.
Oh, Cousin Vinny.
Bear with me 1 second, guys.
All right. Yeah, I used to see Cody, like I said, just a pulsating bear emoji. Do I have an emoji? Yeah, it would be that does it pulsate when I talk? No, mine doesn't pulsate when. Oh yeah.
The circle thing.
Yeah, it's got a little, and that's all you saw when Cody came on. So I think it was Fluffy's girlfriend needed an operation.
Squashy.
Yeah, squashy. So I went on. I was driving in Orlando, and I says, "All right, $5 if Cody comes on live on camera. I'll donate 5 right now. If she stays on for 4 minutes." So she stayed on, and then she stayed on, and then it cost me like $20, and I did it anyway. And now you can't get her off. She is everywhere, which is okay. But I mean, I don't get it. I was on another. I think I was on with somebody else, and the whole screen was a bunch of these, just emojis.
Yeah.
It's like, well, where is everybody?
It's all ghosts talking.
Yeah. Don't plan on showing my face even when I start my channel. Well, how are you going to be successful? You have to show your face. God gave you a face, right?
I might not be happy with mine, but I show it to everybody else to make them suffer.
That's all you're getting from me. Chicken shit. I mean, chicken.
Well, see, you can be getting one of these if you show yourself, and it can't be just a quick show. You have to be on for at least 10 minutes.
Won't happen.
Yeah. Just Me Kathy is beyond successful and doesn't even show her face. Really? I haven't seen Just Me Kathy in a long time. Although I never saw her channel. Simply Dana. I haven't seen her channel either. I hear she does games. Who's the other one? Jennifer? Yeah, the one that puts the links in for everybody. I asked her, come on, let me interview you on one of my shows. And no, can't be interested. So it's funny. It's all women that don't want to come on camera. What is that?
All guys are going to do is drool over them. Really? What?
Is that like the old phrase, don't answer a woman when she says, do these jeans make me look fat?
Yep.
I get that all the time with my wife, yeah.
Yeah. Do you answer her?
No, he's still alive, see?
Yeah.
Well, she's right here if you want to ask.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why they just self-conscious. I mean, I've seen pretty women say the same thing, like, "Oh no, I don't look good in film. I don't look good in camera. I don't look." It's like, you're crazy.
I don't look good. I hate looking at myself on the screen, and I hate hearing myself.
I just think that I sound.
Necessity.
I just think I sound different than I really do.
Well, you got that Boston accent too.
Just to aggravate you, Lenny. Look what I found.
Is that the red one or the yellow one?
That's a regular one.
Where in the world did you find that one?
You know me. I find things.
That is hilarious. Well, nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on to the one I got from you.
That's okay. Hold on to it.
Yeah, I've been busting Fluffy's chops about putting it together. I'm like, I ain't gonna put that thing together.
You know what you should do? Put it together and show it to them, and do it like it outside. Say, here it is. And then stick a cherry bomb in it and blow it to hell.
Oh, and then come back and say, hey, Jerry's got another one.
Yep.
That's hilarious. I'd never do it, though.
Pages, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Can you just imagine the look on his face, though?
Hey, come here.
Do I now?
Um,
We were talking earlier about how to list on eBay and doing it the right way so that way you get more sales. You
Yeah.
have to watch how you spell your items and everything else, because every little thing can drag your listing down to where it's not going to get shown.
Right.
So Paul
you
was
have a
just trying to
Dalmatian?
teach us all.
Sir?
You have a Dalmatian?
Yes, sir.
That's cool.
She's almost 14 years old.
Wow. Mine is going to be 7 Halloween day.
And she's such a cute puppy.
Yeah, I love dogs, cats, any kind of animal. That's like one of the things on my bucket list is it's been on my bucket list forever is I want to pet either a lion or a tiger. I got close one year
Here, take the
and
pill.
they wouldn't let me.
Chew it up.
I don't blame
a shark, a great
Bear
white.
with me a second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm still here.
I'd want to do a great white. Go in a cage off the barrier reef, and when they come
Yeah.
by, pet it.
Not me. Can't swim, so that's me.
Go in the cage. See, you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
When it
I
gets
forget where we were. We were at a zoo or something, and they had one there, and the trainers were like, I was only probably 10 feet away. And I asked, and they said, no, our insurance wouldn't cover us for anything like that.
just go to Africa. You can pet all the lions you want.
Yeah, they're not trained, though. Oh, here comes lunch. A nice big fat one, too.
You can be like Steve Irwin. There's a tiger. I'm going to go pet it.
Yeah.
Boy, have we gotten way off the track now. Now we're over in Africa.
Yep, that's the internet for you. The funny thing is, it never comes back around. That's the problem. You start at 1, you end at 20, and then you're ended. It's not like you go back to 1 again. You start at 1, you never go back.
I keep trying to bring it back around, but
I could just, I'll download this one and just take a piece and use it somewhere else.
But like I say, it is, you can make money. The money is out there to be made. You just got to be pointed in the right direction for it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm going to try my best to get a lot of stuff up on eBay. And then I say that, and then I look at it, well, you're going home in like 3 weeks for a month. So that you're not going to take it all with you. So that's what sucks. I hate that. And I didn't send anything in. I'm not going to do FBA Amazon anymore. I'm just going to do merchant fulfilled. So, but it's only for a month, 6 to 8 weeks, I think. And I got other things I want to look for up there, like remember like where John was at the Raynham Flea Market?
Yep.
That operates year round, doesn't it?
Yeah, they just eliminate the ones outside because it's, of course, too cold.
So there has to be more. So any more hits on your 80s toys? You were in earlier, Ma. I think you saw the first one I sold and then another one. So I sold both Prince Adam and the He-Man within 30 minutes. So yeah, go back to the beginning of the video and just the first.
Know if you got any more hits?
Oh no more hits. Well, I'm sure. Does it say how many people are watching? Sell.
You got 12.
No, he means on his eBay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong watch.
A lot of people watching.
Hey, Wendy. Or Wendy, I'm sorry.
So I got 13 views, 20 views, 10 views, 20 with a watcher, only 4 on this guy, 10, 33. Of course, he's the most expensive. 19, 32, 12. So I guess 29. Why is he so? So, yeah, I guess there's some people watching. So not too bad. But 2 sales, and they paid already, which is super fantastic. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious-tastic that they paid already. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And before I forget, since we're talking about toys, were you looking for the ECW? I mean,
Yes,
AW.
AEW. Yep, I only have 3 of them.
Which ones?
Kenny Omega, the first one. Chris Jericho. Where are they? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, they're not here. I put them somewhere else. I don't have any of the girls.
See you in the morning.
Well, they only
Yeah.
did one of the girls.
Huh?
They only did one of the girls. That's Brandy Rose.
Brandy. Yep.
Yeah. No, it's just that when I went into Walmart today, I found a Cody and a Kenny Omega.
Yeah, it's Cody's the other one I have.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Don't start that.
I know.
Like that to Mama's cedar chest thingy.
Thank you, Ma.
And got my pinky too.
I've been watching The Mandalorian again. Started at the first one. Sandy said, "Didn't we see this already?" I said, "Yeah, I just want to watch it again."
I haven't even started the first one. Actually, I did start the first one. I just hadn't watched any more of it.
It's good. It is really good.
I have heard that. Oh, and Jerry shaking his head no.
I don't
Oh.
like Star Wars.
You don't like The Mandalorian?
I hate Star Wars. I only like Star Wars for the money it makes me.
Oh, that's Star Wars has a meaning to me. So that's why I get into it. That was Sandy and I the first time we went away together to Maine after we met. We saw Star Wars, the premiere of Star Wars in Maine.
And she still stayed with you.
Yeah. All these years. Oh, shit. 4 more days is my anniversary.
Don't forget that.
No, it's on Rubbish Day, so I always remember it. No, I'm just kidding. That was Fred Flintstone. Yeah, it's on Rubbish Day.
Too funny.
No, 42 years, I think, now is this year.
Congrats.
Thank you. 15 watches would be a nice short auction. Oh, that's the funny thing, too, is I came on and I was showing the Superpowers figures, and somebody said, "I'll buy that Wonder Woman." I was, I don't know. I'm not going to, I didn't come on to sell it. I am going to probably do a buy it now on these guys. You know, all these He-Man pieces, because those are like $10 figures. And he emailed me twice already. Thank you, Rhonda. Oh, hold on.
Now, the ones I like on eBay is when I go in, like if I'm listing, like, say, 10 items that night.
Excuse me.
Listing stuff. And then all of a sudden I'll go to my mail page just so I can click on, saying you've listed this, blah, blah, blah. And I'll go through and it'll be like, I'm missing one listing. Where is it? Freaking thing already sold by the time I listed everything. I'm like, those are the good ones I like.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. You remember those Zippos?
Thank you, Rhonda.
That's what happened to me when I listed the Bosnia now and the Kosovo now. Within 10 minutes of the listing, the first one, gone. It took about 20 minutes for the second one, gone.
Nice.
I
Those were
still
good.
have not sold the Peacekeeper yet.
Did you sell? All right, let me go back. I need dinner. I know that. That's what happens on our overnight lives, Paul. Okay. I know. I don't. Hold on, Lenny. I do want to ask you a question.
Oh, you're good.
The overnight lives. I know I don't. I tend to keep to myself a lot. I go on Johnny's probably too often in the morning to talk, only because we talk about some similar things. But I don't go on a lot of people's chats. I just go on and say hi, and then I kind of leave. And it's probably bad for me. I should interact more, I guess. But yeah, it's probably bad for me. But Lenny, you bought a locker full of NASCAR. Did you end up selling it all? You still selling? You still going through it? Oh wow!
Yeah. It isn't going as fast as I would hope, as fast as I thought it would go.
Are you listing it on eBay?
He's already made his money.
What was that?
I believe
have
on the plus side, he's already made his money. Close.
Well, let's put it this way: if you're familiar with John Layton, Jennifer Layton, who does jewelry auctions periodically,
No.
she's from this area, and he came and helped pick up the lot, and he's still got probably less than half of the lot at his house.
Wow.
So I mean, we've still got quite a bit. I know we've got, oh God, probably at least 2, if not 3 full crates of cars and cards.
Wow. Are you listing them?
I have listed a few on eBay, and I haven't had that much interaction with them.
Wow.
I mean, there's a few watches here, but a lot of them is, I mean, I think, golly, the last time I looked, there was maybe a handful of views on any of the cars that I posted.
Oh wow.
And I mean, I've got a ton of the Dale Earnhardt Jr. cars, the Dale Earnhardt black number 3s, the silver number 3s. Shoot, go grab a couple of those big boxes at the bottom of the cupboard.
When you have time, look at the first 30 minutes of this video and see if it might give you an idea of how to change a listing. Rhonda says, yes, but interacting more will bring you more viewers. And that's what I need. For the longest time, like 6 months now, I've been at 1,400 subscribers. And I've been doing search engine optimization and Facebook and Instagram and changing my page to a business page and so much stuff. And I'm not it doesn't seem like I'm growing and getting more viewers.
But you can bring me those. I mean, it's fine. I just hope you brought me more than.
So I do need to do that. I know I was on late. I did an auction late the other night, and everybody was saying, "What are you doing on? It's late. What are you still doing on? What are you still?" Even Donna came on, and she bought something, and it's like, this is kind of late for you, isn't it? It's like, yeah.
Back.
Plus, I know I've been chastised for some stuff also by people, but like I said, I just try to keep my nose clean and do my thing. Yeah, but now see, Rhonda, you say competitive pricing. Everybody would think competitive pricing. Those 2 items I sold, I was on the high end. Every He-Man item that's listed on my page, I'm at probably the highest on every one. But I do have best offer. I do have free shipping. Not all of them had free shipping. So I know by doing that, I know I can take a little bit less. Now I can take less if I have to, or if I want. Not that I have to, if I want to. So competitive pricing is one thing that, yeah, it's a constant, but it doesn't have to be all the time. Promoted listings,
What one's just Kenny Wallace?
only advice I will give.
I've had it where I would put up like let's say I put up the Cody Rhodes figure.
Yeah.
And I say, I'm going to start it off. Everybody else has it, say, going for 40. I'll start it off at 20. Make my money in a little bit. And
Right.
nobody touches it. And I'll take it down. I'll wait like maybe a week or two. I'll put it back up and I'll put it out at 50. Buy it now, and they buy it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. When I had it cheaper, they didn't want to touch it. I put it out at more money, they buy it.
Right.
I've had that happen at shows too. I go to shows and I have stuff cheap and nobody touches it. After a while, I said, nope, let me put it up on higher price. And they walk away with it. I'm like, I don't get it sometimes.
Right. True. That's very true. You've been selling a long time, which gives you an advantage. Yeah, but eBay changes the game all the time, and there's always new rules.
Yep.
So I have the same advantage you have.
We have the only thing that helps someone like us is when the average person goes on there looking for something. If all three of us right here now all have the same item, but you have 4,800 score, I have a 2,000, and Lenny has an 8. They're not going to buy usually from Lenny. They'll buy it from you because your score is higher. So they're going to say, oh, he's the better person.
Right.
And they'll go by the score, which sometimes you got to even look at the score because a lot of that is including the negatives. And when you look at it, it says he doesn't package it right. He doesn't do it. He doesn't give refunds. Then you say, well, I'm not going to go buy this.
Yeah. But the other thing too is like she was saying too, one of the things too is in the description, like we would know, well, this is the one per case. This is the rare one. There's only one of these per case, and we put that in the description.
Yeah.
So that's why this is hard to get. This is not what's so-called a peg warmer, where it's going to be on the pegboard forever because nobody wants it. They want the Batman with the 60s costume, not the black suit, because there's only one of the 60s blue suit in the whole case. So Walmart only got 2 cases, so there was only 2 they put on the shelves. So we know things like that, but after a while you get to know that.
Yeah. Once you start dealing with it, it's like anything else. You start to learn. And you start saying, okay, yeah, it's this. Oh, it's that. You learn even with the same thing with the comics. You'll get it that, okay, here's this issue. It's got the square price. Some of them have a diamond price.
Right.
Some of them have the price bar on it. Some of them don't have a price bar on it. And that's direct sales. That's, comic book shops, whichever, which one it is.
All right. Pages said I've been looking for our Hasbro's WWF wrestlers action figures. I had about 12 with all the accessories, but sold them on eBay. I have a box of them sitting right next to me.
Is she looking for the hard plastic ones or the regular ones?
That's Angel Pages.
Yeah. No, I know.
Are you looking for like the LJN ones?
Yeah.
Or the current ones? True. However, like for us, we have a following, and those people who only buy from us tell others to buy from us. That's how we are able to sell certain items at higher end.
Well, that's the same thing like at a show. You come to my table all the time, and when your friends say, where'd you get? Oh, well, when I go to the show, I go see this dealer, and
yeah. Excuse me. Rhonda, I will hire you to be my marketing person.
But you got to show yourself on screen.
Yeah. But yeah, Angel Pages. I had Jake this. I got to look at YouTube because it's faster than StreamYard. Jerry and Paul are who you need to speak to about WED. True. What I've been looking for. Bad move. True. However, like for us. Okay. Mr. Angel. Oh, swap meet Wednesday, you mean? Anybody can come
Yeah,
on. Tell you to be there early in the chat. I had Jake the Snake Roberts, King Macho Man, Ted DiBiase, Hulk Hogan, the Bushwhackers, Big Boss Man.
yeah, I think those are the LJN ones. Those are the ones that now everybody's chasing after for some reason. Before it all died out, and you can pick them up for like $5 and $10. But
Right.
now there's been a resurgence on people looking for them.
I watched Impact Wrestling yesterday for the first time in probably 2 years. Oh man, did I fast forward through the whole show? It was bad. And the WWE, they just need to make that a cartoon. It's so with the Fiend now, Bray Wyatt, whatever is the Fiend.
Yeah.
They need to make that show a cartoon because, I mean, granted, wrestling is
Soap opera for men.
it's a soap opera for men, but now it's like a cartoon for boys. I'm talking about the old WWF series.
Yeah, so that must be the LJN ones.
LJN, yeah. No articulation, just they're all in their form, right?
Yeah.
I think I only have a couple.
The only articulation you got out of them was when you hit somebody with them.
Right. I think I have George the Animal Steel, and who's a nice guy. Met him once.
Yeah, he was fun to talk with.
Wednesday was a typo. I meant WWF. Okay. We don't hold typos against anybody, Rhonda. It's okay. You're allowed at least 3 per chat.
Yeah. Talking about cars, this is some of the stuff that I did get. The big haulers.
Ah, okay.
The Jeff Burton, Jeff Gordon. Haven't tried listing these yet.
I have 3 of those right next to me.
Really?
Well, this one with no box. Kellogg's.
That one I don't have.
And the 2 of them I have in boxes.
But I do have the number, what is it? The number 3 Wrangler from Jeff, from Dale Earnhardt.
I don't know. I don't know. I got a deal on, I went to an auction and I picked up a mess of them and then ended up selling them. And then I got some from you. I don't even know what the hell's in the box.
And Angel, yeah. And it also depends on where you are. Because when I used to be living up in the Boston area and I did all the shows around there, I had no problem. I would have 1 6-foot table that was nothing but wrestling figures. And I would sell at least 3/4 of that table every show. I'm down here in Florida, wrestling country. Nobody could care 2 spits about them. I couldn't give them away for $5 if I tried.
Wow.
Which is funny because the other thing is on the wrestling figures, what's packed 1 per case is the women figures.
Yeah.
If there's 1 out of that series. I'll go into Walmart's down here and that's what I see sitting on the pegs. There's all the women ones. And I'm like, if I had these up north, I'd be making $25, $30 a whack on these things. But down here, it's a waste. And so I just shy away from them now.
If I think about it, Pages, next time I go on and do a sale, I'll bring, because people have been asking me, when are you going to sell your wrestling figures? I'll put some up because I do have some that pretty old series.
I know I still have some left, but they're buried in the totes in the storage unit. And I haven't got that far back yet.
Yeah, I know I got a couple of different Mick Foleys and stuff like that.
Yeah. I got the one that when they first put Socko in the package.
Yeah.
Because everybody went crazy looking for that one. You know. The Chris Benoit's, I think I still got a couple of those left because people can't find those.
Yeah, WWE wants nothing to do with him.
Yep. So.
Which is crazy. I mean.
Yeah, because it is what it is. It's something that happened and you move on from it. But.
Yeah.
They do what they want, and that's it.
Well, the new ones, though, Angel, they use the real scanning. So the likeness is dead on
Not all the
compared to
time.
way back.
Not all the time. Some of these, I've looked at some of them, and I'm like, that's supposed to be so-and-so. Looks nothing like them.
That's true. That's
you
true.
know? So not always they come out good, but they are better than what we had back in the 80s and all that.
Right.
Hey, Jerry, I do have a question for you about talking about cars and toys and stuff. You know those the M2 cars that you were talking about? Those?
What about
Would that be classified an error car with the engine, the piece of plastic that's usually under the hood, is sitting in the front?
No, what it is that they probably just either didn't put it in. Is that box sealed?
Yep.
Okay, because that just means that probably when they were putting it in, something happened. It probably moved or something, and the thing came off. Because like, where is it? Get over there. Like this one for the T2.
Yeah.
You see the blue light there on the top?
Yeah.
It was off. But since the box isn't taped, I opened up the box and I clipped it back on.
Right.
Because it does happen. I mean, because they're pushing this stuff out fast now because the stores aren't getting stuff, so they're asking for stuff quicker. So sometimes little things like that will happen. It would be an error is if, let's say, the paint stripe on the side of the car is supposed to be blue and it's red, or it's some other color. That's when it becomes an error. You know, or like when Fluffy showed the one with the Hot Wheels that, you know,
where
all
the paint
wheels
was almost smudged. Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. Those are errors. Something like that is just a manufacturing defect.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you were able to open up the package, you could probably just pop it back in and it's back together again and nobody would know anything.
Okay.
Sid Justice.
Yeah, he was a crazy bastard back in the day.
Yep.
I just watched an interview with Ken Patera.
I remember that guy.
Yeah. He was pretty cool. He was talking about all the old stuff and steroids and stuff like that.
Watch the interviews when they talk about Andre the Giant. Those are always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too funny. You talk about
I got some stories about Andre the Giant Boy.
You talk about wrestling. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, never saw anybody sit down and have a pound of bacon and a dozen eggs at one sitting.
Oh my God.
That's like Richard Keel was the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andre could drink and eat. Yeah, because back in the day, that's what David and I wanted to do. My buddy David, we wanted to go to school to become wrestlers.
I did.
That's why we used to work out a lot every day, every single day. And we knew everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tell you, well, we got an offer actually to wrestle in Virginia. And it's like, we're 17 and we were just big. And it was an independent thing. And all right, now we got to get trunks and we wanted a mask and stuff like that and boots and stuff. And it was, how much are the boots? How much is this? It was like $2,000 for just the stuff we need. The boots, I think, were $1,000. The boots you needed and stuff, and it was ridiculous. So Killer Kowalski at the time had a school in Reading where I used to live. And that's where Triple H started. I remember seeing Triple H when he just got started. We saw Killer Kowalski and we're talking to him, and he was doing this exhibition in Liberty Tree Mall.
I remember seeing that with Triple H there. And everything.
Yeah, Triple H was there.
Some other name, though.
Yeah, not Hunter Hearst Hemley. He was something else. But and then Kowalski wanted like 10 grand for school. And it's like, damn, how do people do this? You know, at a young age or whatever. So it was crazy. It was crazy. But then I went on to meet Sandy, and then you go from working out 4 hours a day every day to
Just going out every day.
a couple hours a day every other day, then once a week, and then once a month, and it's like, oh shit. And then David went on. He wrestled at an independent. I think he did one match, missed his mark, threw his shoulder out. He said to the people, "You got to take me to the hospital." He says, "You're an independent contractor.
You do.
Hospital's down the street." So he had to take himself.
Yeah.
Guy raked his eyes across the ropes, didn't cover his eyes, so his eyes were exposed. Had this big burn mark on his forehead. So it's like, yeah, you want to be a wrestler? I'll teach you.
It was pretty traumatizing as a kid watching wrestling, and it was kind of like, man, the guy just took a chair to this guy's head, and it's like, oh god, I felt bad for the guy, and then it's like, oh wait, it's all fake.
No.
Yeah. Well,
back then it was not back. The stuff back then wasn't, because you could see the marks being left.
Oh my god, I mean, I can remember we had Bobby Heenan at one of my stores, and Paul Orndorff, and I had to go pick them up at the airport and stuff. And Bobby Heenan, every knuckle was like 3 times the size. He had every joint in his neck fused. His back was fused. And I mean, I think I told Sandy once, I said, man, imagine if I did that. I'd be worthless today. Look at Hogan. He's got both hips replaced. His both knees have been replaced, I guess more than once. Superstar Billy Graham, nice guy. You know, we spoke to him a lot. Hips replaced, knees replaced, all the vertebrae fused together from hitting the ring so many times.
Oh, look at Mick Foley.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yep. So it's kind of, I mean, when we went to Comic-Con a long time ago, the guy that made the masks for Rey Mysterio came to the show. So the second year we saw him, I said, can you make me a mask? And he says, yeah, sure. So he made me. I still have it. I never used it. I wanted to go on the internet and do a realtor thing, like tell it like it is type thing, you know? Huh?
I'm the mystery realtor.
Right. But my beard would have stuck out and everything.
You could have dyed it a different color.
Yeah.
That's what I did with my hair when I was wrestling. I was blonde.
You wrestled?
Yep.
With who?
It was an independent company as well.
Which one? In Boston, right?
No, it was in the Salem area. Up in like New Hampshire.
So was it with the Gullah Brothers?
No, I don't believe that was the name.
Because, well, it was them. They were down in Revere, Boston, and all around. I think that's who David went to. And now John Cena's father, he does New Hampshire. He has his own independent league.
Yeah.
He goes into the smoke shop all the time. David actually had a picture with him up on Facebook the other day.
Yeah, but no, I did that for about 7 months.
Really?
Yeah. I was learning all the stuff, how to bounce off the ropes properly and take a fall and throw the punches and do the drop kicks. And, I did all that fun stuff.
Oh, I never knew that.
The best thing, of course, that came out of that was because you got to meet all the other wrestlers.
Right.
Like the WWE guys. That's how I knew that when they would come to Boston, where they would go the next day. So if they went to Boston, they played at the Garden. The next morning, I'd meet them all at the IHOP in Revere. Because they would go there, then they would go to the gym behind the IHOP.
Yep.
So.
Have an auction to mod. Have a great night. All right, Rhonda. Who's auction?
Hi, Rhonda.
Rhonda, who's auction?
She won't tell us. She's afraid we'll spend money.
Yeah, they're all kind of.
They're all damaged, all the oldies.
Yeah. Yeah, so in a way, I mean, I'm kind of glad we didn't do it. I mean, I can remember the early days of us working out. We found somebody to give us steroids. And it's like, do we really want to do this? I mean, I had no problem putting on size, but you always, when you like that, you always want to be bigger. But I'm glad we didn't do that either.
No, I couldn't do that because I don't do needles. So I'd be like this. I don't know where the vein is.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope, couldn't do it.
I did the same thing. I took testosterone shots a few years, probably 5 years ago. And they said, we'll just give you them all and you just do them once a day. And I said, no. I said, I'll be coming here and you'll give it to me. Or, all right, you don't have to. I says, no, I have to. There's no way I'm injecting myself.
That's it. But it's 9 o'clock, Paul, and you said you were going to end half an hour ago.
Yeah, and Rhonda never told us who she's modding for.
Nope, she just ran away.
Naughty, naughty. Naughty, naughty. I don't know who else is on.
Still got 14.
Huh?
Still got 14 watching.
No, he means who else is doing a show. I know
Oh.
Private Auctions is on.
Never mind.
January House. I don't think she's modding for him.
No. Those are the only ones that I got. So I don't know. It has to be somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know. But Lex Luger today is only a shadow. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Oh, there it is, the Rehoma.
Oh, okay. It's all about Kim.
AKA Kim.
Well, all right. So if anybody you're interested in what I did or had to say earlier about best practices, I'm getting sick of that phrase. But it works. Just look at this video, the first 30 minutes. Like I said, maybe tomorrow, because I'm going to have to, I should go to bed, but I need something to eat, I think. And Jerry talked about ribs the other day so much. I looked today and I said, damn, Four Rivers is not even open on Sundays.
If I was patient, I'd be in a hospital, Rhonda. Or if I had patience, I'd be a doctor.
But thanks everybody for coming in and talking and chatting, jibber jabbering. That was pretty cool. Questions we got was cool. There might be some good information you'll get out of the first 30 to 60 minutes of this video. I know this is now 2 hours. But I think the first hour is informative about listing and best practices, like if you're not getting sales, because like I said, I don't want to rehash it, but over 74 to 76% of people purchase on the cell phone. I don't. In all my years, I don't think I've ever bought anything using my cell phone. So you have to make sure your title's optimized for cell phones, for mobile. And I think that made a big difference. So, yeah, and we talked about everything. We talked about the market crash and getting a mortgage and what's going to happen and property tax liens and stuff. So, damn, we talked about a lot of stuff. So, any final words, guys? Lenny, Jerry, Mo, Larry the Cheese? Mo, Larry the Cheese.
Well, I'm like you, Paul. Somebody has a question, just ask. And if I can answer it, I'll answer it. I'm not going to.
Pretty good about that, too.
There's no problem with, saying, hey, you should try this or, try that. And, it's a lot better than, keeping it a secret, because you're only hurting yourself. I've always felt you're not helping, you're hurting.
Right. Yeah, my email's there. Jerry's or Lenny's. There's always people willing. You'll always find people willing to help. And don't feel bad about reaching out. I mean, I'm one that doesn't like to ask for help, but if there's somebody doing something and they're good at it, not that they're an expert, but they're good at it, ask them. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. There are people willing to share what they know and share what they've learned. That's the way I look at it. When's the next auction, Paul? More than likely it's Friday.
No, Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah, the last Wednesday I sold 2 items because they said, go ahead, sell something. And I did have a couple items here, so I did sell 2 items. But more than likely it's Friday with Dolly. I mean, I do need to sell. I do need to make money and get some stuff sold.
I could start doing an auction and bring you on every day.
Yeah. But that's about it. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Lenny and Jerry, for coming in, sharing some time.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go have a piece of chicken.
Sounds like a winner.
Protein. Just need the protein.
Well, when you end the broadcast, don't go, because I got to ask you something.
Okay.
Do I need to leave?
No.
All right, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Hope we helped you on some of your questions. And if not, when you see us again, just ask again.
Yep. Sleep well. Have a good morning.